Hi, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lungeles Pesile Lamini, aka Celestial Lungstar, Yeboyenagai 1, So, today we are doing my very beloved story times, but it's going to be about a childhood story time. It's not going to be anything hectic, it's not going to be anything hectic. But I'm not saying leave, stay tuned. Why are you leaving? Are you thinking of leaving? I'm going to be doing a story time about the time me and my older brother, got robbed in the markets. And we just got robbed. Let's keep it there. We got robbed. In 2012, we were 9, right? 2012, I was 9 years old. And both of us were actually 9 years old, Everyone just recognized us as twins because we were the same age. I'll explain the whole story later on, but this is about my story time now. Our story time basically now, I'll explain the whole thing later, but we basically the same age. Everyone has recognized us as twins, but my older brother, days, but he's calling himself my older brother. We have no problem with that. But so in 2012, we were both 9 years old. We were sent to the store, right? So my dad sent us to the store to buy. I don't actually remember the product. I feel like I will say it later on when I do remember it. But it was at a pharmacy. It was at a pharmacy, and the pharmacy, I think it was between. If you go, if you know the market, there is Scala, right? Yeah, I can't ask Scala. You can't go in the market and not know Scala. Can't do that to me. Don't lie. So there was Scala, and then there was another one closer to home, around about Lenses. Yeah, they're all in the same road. It's just that Scala was distant than the other one. So my dad gives us, I think, 100 rand. Yeah, he gives us 100 rand, and he's like, I want you to go buy this product. I think it was lotion. I'm not sure now. I think it was lotion. As I said, 2012. It's 2023. Years later. But yeah. So, and then he sends us to the shop. And okay, so my dad warns us at the beginning. And he's like, please be mindful of the money. Why? So that you don't lose the money. Flag number 1. Keep that in your head. So after that, my brother and I just leave, and we are like, we're going to be mindful of the money. We are going to make sure that we don't lose the money, So we like, no problem, let's go. And I don't know if I was carrying the money or was he carrying the money. So we go and we buy the product with no flop. We know the place. We genuinely go to school. We genuinely used to walk to school, so we genuinely know the place. So we get there and we buy the product. We come out. We get the slip. We get the money. We leave. We get what? We get the slip. We get the money. We leave. Please throw away your slip or take a picture of your slip. You don't need the slip unless you're not sure about the product that you're buying. Other than that, lasa. Lasa. Yes, lasa. So, take the slip, take the money, and we put it in our pockets. Between the both of us, someone was carrying both of them, and one of us was carrying the product. So we meet this other lady on the road, and she's like, how are you? And we like, we good. And she's like, oh, you're so grown now. And we like, oh yeah. And in my head, I'm just like, ma'am, I don't know you. I do not know you. She's like, oh, you'll still live around. And I'm like, yeah, we still do. And because we always walk here, I'm just like, maybe she's one of the ladies that we know or that sees us whenever we go to school, And I'm like, so it's cool. School ain't cool, So I'm just like, okay, that's not a problem. And she carries on talking. She talks a long story. And I'm just like, okay, where is this going? So she's like, oh, I've been looking for that lotion. And I'm like, Okay. And bear in mind, Nivea lotion is found everywhere. Even go to a Pakistani shop or, oh my friend, you will find it. You will find that Nivea product, you know? So, and they like, and she's like, oh yeah, and she needed it for like a really long time. And I'm like, hi, okay, you can get it there. And she's like, how much is it? And I'm like, I genuinely don't know, because at that time I was really young. I just gave them the money and they gave me the product. And, you know, as I trusted them as adult that they wouldn't rob me or anything, you know? We all did that when we were young. We didn't know the change. We just knew that we were going to buy something, come back with a product and take it home, you know? Which is why we kept the slip, you know? So that everything corresponds. We also, she's like, can you please give me the slip? We give her the slip and she's like, oh, it's this amount of money. And I'm like, okay. And then bear in mind, what does the slip have? So the slip, everyone who knows a slip has the amount you gave, you know? Yeah, I think I have a slip. I think I have. Where's this? Where's this? So it tells you the amount you have, right? The amount you gave, and then your change. Keep that. Keep that. So she's like, she wants to buy the product because I think she saw it somewhere else. And I'm like, so why are you asking about? But you know, I keep it brief. So, and she's like, can you please come with me to buy the product? And I'm like, okay, so where would you like us to buy the product? And bear in mind, see, Tunyiwe, and everyone knows that the place is like really near. It's not really far. And I'm just like, okay, but my dad's gonna shout. And she's like, nah, it's okay. I'll give you 5 rand. Please don't judge me. That time 5 rand could buy you 10 apple munches or 5 apple munches, and smoothies were still 30 cents. Not this 50 cents rubbish. Steamroll, we didn't use to either. Chappies was still a thing, you know? Chappies was the it. So she's like, she wants us to go to a Joylani. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So she says that she wants us to go to another Joylani. Roundabout, I think the English market. I think it's in the English market. Yeah, it's in the English market. So what about the English market? Before the English market, yeah. So, and then I'm like, but there is one Joylani in the same road we were coming in. And she's like, nah, she doesn't want that one. It's always busy, and there's a lot of thieves, you know? She's like, okay, but like, can you be fast about it? Because we were sent from home, you know? And I don't want my dad getting angry. So I'm like, it's cool, it's calm, it's collected. We go, she's basically talking to us. In my head, I'm just like, I'm not sure. We get to Joylani and she's like, okay, so what do you want? And I'm like, what do I want? I don't want anything. I want us, we basically sent you here. So now I think it's time for us to go home. You know, like, I don't want anything here, you know? She's like, can you please borrow me the money that you have on you? That's the change that she saw where? On the slip. She saw it on the slip. She saw that change on the slip. So the change on the slip was, I think, about 60 or 80 something rand. 80 something rand, if I'm not mistaken. So she's like, she wants to withdraw money, right? She has a certain amount of money and she wanted to add it with the one that we have, and then she was going to withdraw the money and then give us back our money. And because I think, oh yeah, because the ATM was packed. Normally in Joylani, we all know that it's always packed, especially if the SASSA grant payers are going to be getting their money. It's always packed all the time. So, and I'm like, okay, you know, and we give her the money. And she makes me stand in line. So no, wait, number one, she makes us go and pick I think it was a yogi sip. It was a yogi sip. At that time, yogi sip was used for castor oil. Didn't like it, but I was like, I want that one, and we just put it in the basket. Or she made me carry it by hand, if I'm not mistaken. She made me carry it by hand, and then she took a couple of like nice things. I think she took like chips and what else? Yeah, I think it was chips, yogi sip, and but I was carrying the yoga sips. I was carrying the yoga sips. And then she tells me to wait in the ATM. And then I'm like, okay, it's not a problem. And she takes my older brother and she's like, she's going to go with him so that she can stand in line with him. I'm like, it's cool, for the fact that one of us is there and, it's cool. Got dealing, We didn't. Assume got dealing. So my brother comes back and he's like, oh, and so he comes back and he's like, she wants him to go and get something. Goes and he takes this flavor of chips. I think it was Simba's as well. I think it was the Simba chips. So he goes and takes the flavor of chips and then he goes and he basically goes back to her now. When he gets to her, he comes back to me and I'm like, why are you back again? Like, is there something missing? Please tell me why he tells me that is the lady with me. I'm like, she's not with me. She's with you. She was with you. Ati, no, she's not there anymore. And I'm like, do you have the money? And he's like, no, he doesn't have the money. We gave the money to her. She's holding the money. She's holding about 80 something rand. My dad's changed. She's holding 80 something rand, which is my dad's change, and she disappeared. So in the panic of things, we leave. So in the panic of things, we ask everybody at Joylani. We ask everybody. We like, have you seen this lady? Ding, 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 ding. We go and ask the security, and we like, did you see the lady we walked in with? Because definitely he might have seen, he might have noticed the lady and he's noticing the children that she's walking in with, and he's like, nah, he didn't notice anything. And now we're asking the one. So there's always two entries. There's two places to go in and go out. There's an entrance and an exit, different places. So we asked the one in the entrance and he's like, nah, he didn't see. And we're asking the one at the exit who didn't see us and he's like, nah, he didn't see anything. Is she a ghost? How come no one saw her? Is she a ghost? So we now are bumping the store and we are asking the lady in line. So when they were basically standing in the line, I think they were behind someone. So they were the ones next to pay, So we basically asked the lady in the thingy, in the till, did she see this lady leave or whatever? And she's like, she didn't see anything, And I'm like, nah, dog, someone must have seen something. Is everyone blind? We lost money here. I don't care about her. We don't know her. We lost money. And she's like, oh, and they are like, nah, they didn't see her. Do we not go home? Walking so slow, thinking of an excuse to say, now we are low-key doubting that we actually had the money. Maybe we dropped it somewhere. We are like, maybe if we look in the road, we might have seen the money or the money might be there. Excuse me. It was hectic. It was hectic. Hectic stuff, man. Don't worry about the background noises. Sorry about that again. It's his scooter and it's about time for everyone to come back from work. Sorry. But this lady disappeared. She disappeared. And I'm just like, you can't disappear in a convenience store, like supermarket, convenience store. You can't just disappear. You can't just disappear. You're not a ghost. Maybe she was a ghost. Maybe she was a ghost. You know? I was so stressed. I was so stressed. Number two, at that time, my dad was very strict. My dad was very strict with us. It's either you did something right and you got a reward, or you did something wrong and you always got a beating for it. You got a beating for it, because he was like, he's not raising barbaric kids, and he's not raising kids who don't understand instruction. So he was basically strict. So in my head, I'm just like, he's gonna beat the living life out of us. We lost 80 something rand. 80 something rand. It's not like 5 rand we lost. 80 something rand. And we get home and he's like, and we leave the product on the thingy, on the table. And he's like, where's the change? He doesn't even care about the product we bought. He asks us, where's the change? Am I not shivering? I'm shivering. I'm tatazelling. And so we lie. We both lie. And we like, the money might have dropped on the way when we came. We went back and tried looking for it, and we didn't find it. And he's like, did you think you will find it? Did you think you will find the money you'll dropped on the road? 80 something rand. It's not 5 rand. It's not 5. You dropped 80 something rand and you thought someone wasn't going to pick it up. I am so scared. I was at that age, I did not want to get beaten up. I did not want to get beaten up. I was very scared of hiding. So I used to do things right in order to not get beaten up. So I am in the stage of, what the hell happened? What happened? Because I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, and I don't know the lady. I never saw her again. So it's like, I can't say it's this particular person, and I can't also say that we got robbed. How did you get robbed? Because in my head, it wasn't us getting robbed. We were the ones who were just dumb enough to go with her for a 5 rand. For a 5 rand, So we were the ones at fault. Kanti, no, she's taking advantage of little kids. How are you going to take advantage of a 9-year-old or an 8-year-old? Yeah, I was 8. How are you taking advantage of an 8-year-old? You are scary. You are scary. So we are basically like very shocked. My dad's shouting, but the nice thing is, he didn't end up hitting us. Which was like a really good thing at that time, because I was shooked. I was scared. I was that dazzling. I was shivering. I was one of those kids who didn't want to get beaten up. So whenever it was time to get beaten up, I would shiver. I would scream. I would, so everyone can see that, nah, don't beat him up. My mom was gonna come. She's gonna rescue me. She's like, don't beat him. Don't beat him. I was those kids. So that's what happened. That's how we got robbed. I think that was the first time I got robbed, and I never got robbed again. Never got robbed again, because I would always be like, I would always overthink everything. I never got robbed again. Facts, never got robbed again, especially in the market, because then I grew up in the market and I knew everything in the market. I would see people get robbed, and I was just like, it can never be. Never, my friends. You are not going to rob me. You are not going to rob me. Never that. Never that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story. And if you watched it till the end, please leave a green heart in the comment section down below. And if you haven't subscribed and you're still watching this far, please subscribe to my channel. Why are you not subscribed? And we are on 97 subscribers. Once we get to 100 subscribers, we are gonna finally come up with a little nickname for ourselves. So for this little family, this 100 family, these 100 people, this 100 beautiful souls in this gorgeous family. So yeah, let's just get us to 100, And if you want to see any of my other videos, especially my confession sessions, you know, we still have episode 1. I'm still gonna go and shoot episode 2. You will find those videos on the side, or I will just add a tag at the top so that you find it. And yeah, everything will be P. Binge, sit, watch, get your popcorn, you know, everything. So I hope to see you all next time. Thank you so much. Thank you, 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 thank you. And I will drop more videos as time goes. I love you all. I hope you'll love me. And I will see you. And don't forget to drop that green heart if you watched till the end. Love you all.